Nigeria's 2027 election is just a year away, and major election changes have shown that some of its politicians are enabling election rigging and fraud.
Do you love me? Do you love me?
Initially, lawmakers of Nigeria's ruling party immediately outright dismissed the idea of electronic transmission of results. They wanted everything done manually. The problem is, past manual overseeing of results has made it pretty easy to rig the election if, say, an election overseer literally scribbles out your vote in favor of another candidate, or inaccurately changes the number of votes casted for this candidate. So Nigerians protested. Then the Senate said, okay, we'll allow electronic transmission, but what happens when the network is down? Being that we're one of Africa's most digitally active nations, yet still somehow lacking in reliable technical infrastructure, we'll just have to switch back to casting manual votes eventually. And because we think Nigerians are stupid. So Nigerians kept protesting. Then last Wednesday, President Tinubu signed a bill from the Senate which allows but doesn't outright mandate electronic transmission of results, which essentially means a polling station isn't required to have real-time electronic uploads of the results for Nigerians to view in real time. So ballot fraud is possibly still in the air.
For final results, you are not going to be talking to the computer, you are going to be talking to human beings who will announce the final results. And when you look at the crux of various arguments, maybe Nigeria should question our broadband capability. How technically are we today? How technically will we be tomorrow?
And there are other controversial amendments that were also signed off in this bill. Individual campaign donations have now raised from 50 million naira to 500, and presidential candidates can now spend up to 10 billion naira campaigning, up from the previous 4 years ago. It's important to note that these expenditures go way beyond any adjustments for inflation. Prisoners could always vote, but the law now recognizes and requires the INEC to register them, which is a moral good, but Nigeria doesn't actually care about its prisoners. So the sudden push to expand the electorate, especially just under a year away from the election, reeks of questionable intentions. Election timelines have been shortened, meaning previously, political parties had to submit their candidates by 180 days before election day. Now they only have to do it 120 days before election day. So imagine finding out someone is officially running for a position, doing your research on their policies, if that's even publicly available, just 4 months before you're set to vote for them on election day.